So we're going to wrap up section 1 or chapter 1 by talking about some common problems that happen with survey data. So first problem is non-random samples. So remember that surveys are volunteer samples. So people have to want to participate in order to get into a survey. And usually volunteer samples give you introduce bias into the survey because the people that respond usually are the people that have strong feelings. It's usually not representative of your entire target population. You can also get what's called non-response bias, and this is where the individuals who did not respond to the survey have different views than those that did respond. And this is actually relating back to this idea of volunteer samples, which are non-random. So the people that do respond to the survey usually have stronger views than people that do not respond to the survey. You know, like if they were asking you a survey about, problems that you had with your airline luggage. If you didn't have any problems, you might not even take the time to answer about that. But if you lost your luggage 6 times, man, you are really ticked. And oh yeah, I want to tell you about my experience. Third one is selection bias. This is when your subset of your experimental units, so your individuals or objects that you're surveying in the population, is excluded. So that means that those experimental units don't have any way to be selected and get into the sample. So for example, if you did a male-only survey, and say it was relating to a topic, that you definitely want to have views from both genders on. So, for example, a male-only survey on marriage, for example. That's not going to be representative. So you're going to have selection bias there. Your males are only going to give one viewpoint, probably different from female viewpoint. And then you can also have what's called measurement error, or more commonly response bias. Those are going to be inaccuracies in the values for your recorded data. So in surveys, you could get measurement error from what are called leading questions. So these are questions that are worded in a way to try to get you to respond in a way that the surveyor wants you to respond. And then ambiguities in the question that can, really muddy the waters so that the answer from that question is not even usable. And then there's also interviewer effects on respondents. So you can have a really great interviewer who can get really pump people up and be super positive and get good responses, and then you may have another interviewer who is like death warmed over, and these people are like, just get me off the phone. So you're probably going to have very different responses from the interviewer effect there. So all of these are common types of problems with survey data, but they're not only related to survey data. They sometimes come up in other types of studies too. So to kind of sum up this, Mark Twain's quote that there are 3 kinds of lies: lies, really bad lies, and statistics. So that can be true, especially when you're talking about survey data.